Good afternoon, students. Today we're going to talk about comparing and contrasting. So, when we talk about comparing, we are saying how things are the same. When we contrast, we are saying how things are different. So, basically, why do we need to know this? Well, on your internal Bagrut exams in literature, you have questions which are lots, which are lower order thinking skills, which basically means basic understanding. The higher order thinking skills, which are known as HOTS, are thinking skills in which we need to think deeper. For instance, if I want to infer something, we've had inferring in the unseens, I understand what I know and what do I understand from that based on human experience. In comparing and contrasting, we are trying to, we show how things are the same, or we show how they're different in order to learn something that is new. So the question we have is, how do we do such a question? So let's give a very basic example. Apples and bananas. Okay, so if I compare them, if I say how they're the same, I would say apples and bananas are both fruit. However, if I want to show how they're different, I will contrast them. I will show how they're different. An apple is a citrus, is a citrus fruit. That's not true. An apple belongs to the rose family, but a banana belongs to the grass family. So they belong to two different families of fruit, but they both are fruit. The both are fruit is comparing their two different families is contrasting. So how are we going to do that when we write an answer? So let's go to share screen and I will show you how we do this. When we do this, we go ahead and get my little marker here. When we do this, we basically, it's in your packet. We've done all this already, Baruch Hashem. So higher order thinking skills, comparing and contrasting. Comparing and contrasting means identifying, understanding similarities, how things are the same, and differences between two or more things, and drawing conclusions based on these findings. Okay? So how would we answer this about this? Let's say we have a question about, are a fruit and is a apple and a banana, are they the same? So if I want to say they're the same, I would say, well, an apple and a banana, first thing I do is I do a direct answer. Tshuva yeshira. An apple and a banana are the same in that they are fruit. To answer this question, I had to understand how apples are the same as fruit. For example, both are eaten by human beings and they are both considered to be perot in a diet. And that way I have two ways in which they're the same. If I wanted to say how they're different, it's going to be a little bit shoneh. Apples and bananas are not the same. To answer this question, I had to understand how apples and bananas are different. I'm going to use a different word here. Now, you notice this asterisk here? So basically what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go to the different. For example, on the one hand, the apple grows on a tree and belongs to the rose family. But on the other hand, bananas grow on a plant and are part of the grass family. Okay, on the one hand, this is what they are, but on the other hand, what they are. So again, my format is basically the same, but it changes from here. For instance, if I were to ask, are the days in Count That Day Lost the same? So I would say, the days in are the days in the two stanzas the same? So I would say, the day in the two stanzas are not the same. To answer this question, I had to understand how the stanzas are different from each other. For example, on the one hand, the first stanza in which we do a good deed is a good day. But on the other hand, the second stanza talks about a bad day because we did not do a good deed. Okay? And that would be one of the two answers. If we're going to say, okay, the second question is the message the same? So I would say, the message in both stanzas are the same. Direct answer. To answer this question, I had to understand how the message in the first stanza is the same as the message in the second stanza. For example, in the first stanza, a day is good when we do something kind for somebody else. And in the second stanza, when we do not do a kind deed, our day is wasted. In that way, the writer is telling us that we must do good things for somebody else to have a good day. And of course, it's not good things, but one good thing. So this is from here up to here. The answers for the same and different are the same. From the asterisk, from the kochavit down here, it is far, showing how they are the same, comparing. And if I want to show how they're different, it's on the one hand mitzad achad, but on the other hand mitzad sheni, and I show how they are different. Okay? So I wish you the best of luck and have a good day.